Hi everyone, and welcome back to Queen G's Recipes. And today I'm going to be showing you how to make a very easy pie recipe. It is my blueberry hand pies. They are small pies that are so wonderful, and they are perfect for hosting a little get-together or for your family even. These individual pies are so delicious, very easy to put together, and you're going to love them. Now, you also want to make sure that you have your oven preheating at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and let's go over the ingredients we will need here. So of course we'll need some blueberries. You need to make sure they're already rinsed and completely dry. Some cornstarch, lemon zest and juice, egg wash, some sugar, and some pie crust. Now for the pie crust, I will be leaving a link in the description box below for my pie crust recipe. If you want to follow that and make your own pie crust at home, that is perfectly fine. But if you're in a little bit of a jam and you need to put these together a little bit quicker, you can buy your pie crust at the store, which is totally fine because sometimes I have to do that as well, and that is perfectly normal. So what I have here is some Pillsbury pie crusts. Now they come in two individual packages like this. All you have to do is roll them out and they are ready to be used. So just follow the instructions on your box or whatever pie crust you use to bring it to room temperature so they are ready to be used on the spot. Now I also have here a little metal ring here. Now it is 12 inches round, and I just find it's just easier to make my pies, but if you have a large bowl, anything around that size will be perfectly fine. You can just trace them with a knife and that will work out perfectly. You'll also need a couple of baking sheets lined with some parchment paper, and that's about it. I'll show you what we will be placing on the top of our pies before we place them in the oven, and it's that easy. Let's get to making our pies. Okay, so into our bowl of blueberries here, we are going to zest our lemon, which we have already washed and dried. Now we will add in the juice of half of our lemon. And just give that a little mix. And now we will add in our sugar, our cornstarch as well. I added in a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, but don't worry because the full recipe will be in the description box. And now we will mix this until everything is nicely combined together. Okay, this looks great. Now just mix it until you no longer see any visible flour, just so that it's all nicely coated together. You don't want to overmix because you don't want to start to mash your blueberries. So that's great. This is perfect. Now we're ready to bring out our pie crust. Now these are really great when you don't have much time because all you have to do is open them up. You can just stretch it out a little bit. Okay, so at this time you would either trace with a bowl and a knife or just use what I'm using. Okay, so we have some remaining scraps from our first pie crust, so I'm just gonna roll it out and make one more. Okay, so I'm going to use the remaining of my pie crust and make a few more hand pies, and then we will work on the next step. Okay, so my pie crusts gave me 10 little hand pies here. So we are ready to build our blueberry hand pies. Now, we are going to take one little hand pie and we're going to place about a tablespoon of our blueberry filling. Just in the middle here. You don't want to overfill them or they will open up while baking. So a little less than a tablespoon. We're going to flip it over very carefully. Okay. And just crimp along the edges. Okay, and now we will take a fork and just seal it together here. And there you have it. Now what we will do is we will use our egg wash, which is just an egg and a little bit of milk or water or half and half cream, whatever you have on hand. And we will coat our pie with the egg wash. Now you can already do this on the baking sheet, it'll be easier, but I just want to show you here. And we will sprinkle the top with a little bit of just some regular granulated sugar. And we will take a knife and make 3 little indents, just so that our pies don't explode and become a big mess. Just like that, okay? Right? And now we're ready to place these on our baking sheet. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to making the rest of my hand pies, and then I'll meet you right back here as soon as we're ready to bake them. Okay, so now we are ready to place our little blueberry pies in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes or so, or when you notice the top is a nice golden brown and they have puffed up nicely, you will see as soon as mine are done. Okay, so my blueberry pies baked in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for exactly 30 minutes. They are perfect. They are nicely golden brown. I have a couple on a plate here for you, and they are just wonderful. Now, just one quick tip. If you prefer that the filling doesn't come out a little bit, you can put a little bit less. Maybe put 2 teaspoons of filling. That's up to you. So let's get to trying one. They are just simply perfect. They're so wonderful, just a perfect, amazing treat. And I really hope you guys enjoy this because it is so good and so easy to put together. Now, if you want to add a little dusting of icing sugar, you can do that as well. Totally up to you. You can also use a little glaze with some icing sugar and a little bit of lemon juice. I promise you they're wonderful anyway, and just the way they are perfection. Now, just one important tip, leave the pies on the baking sheet until they are somewhat cooled, so give it about 10 minutes, and then you can place it on a plate and wait about another 5-10 minutes until they cool off a little bit and you're ready to eat them. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give us a nice big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you will be notified every time I upload a new and delicious recipe. Share the recipe with your family and friends, and I'll see you on my next video. Take care. Bye, everyone.